The Fox 5 Live Zone. It is now 12:26, and joining me live in studio is Oye Owolewa, of course, D.C. representative, and now candidate for D.C. Council at Large. Sir, it is always good to see you. I believe the first time in studio, at least on my show.
Yes, glad to be here.
Well, we're glad that you're here as well. However, you, sir, are crying foul, if you will, and this all surrounds the Association of Builders and Contractors. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you all staged a protest, if you will, saying, you know what, guys, Clark Construction, hey, you shouldn't be building this ICE headquarters in Southeast, and another protest in Northwest D.C., to which the Association of Builders and Contractors then responded to what you're saying is deceptive, incorrect, and slanderous attack ads. Oh, do tell, sir.
Absolutely. For the past 8 months, we've been building a people-powered campaign just off the backs of D.C. residents. And now, based off of, in my opinion, our protest against this ICE headquarters facility project in Southeast D.C., they're fighting back with slander, mischaracterizations, and downright lies and Republican talking points to scare folks away from this campaign.
You know, it's really interesting. We were on air when we got word that you were staging or a part of that protest. And the first thing I thought was, wow, it's interesting that no one has done this as yet. So kudos to you for really spearheading that whole effort. At what point did the Association of Builders and Contractors, to your point yet again, really become slanderous?
Well, they mischaracterized what we were saying. We never talked about defund the police during this campaign. We never talked about disinvesting from young people, and now they're trying to scare people away from this campaign for that reason. We're talking about evidence-based strategies. We're talking about getting young people pipelined into careers. I've been doing that for the past 12 years. And now, because we're attacking their interest of putting profits over people, they're saying these types of things. This is the reason why a lot of good people don't want to run for office, because they don't want to be lied about. They don't want to be mischaracterized. And now, because of the stances we've taken, supporting people over corporate profits and corporate greed, we're seeing these attacks.
Obviously, they say communication is key. I'm curious, have you and or your campaign reached out to perhaps have an open line of communication to rectify all of this as yet?
Well, we have. We try to reach out. We haven't heard anything back. But now we're watching social media ads. We're watching people say things on the debate stage. And we wanted to go back to where we talk about truth. I believe in honest discourse, but it has to start with honesty. We're not seeing that right now.
Yeah. Producer Joy, let's put up that the post, if you will, yet again. Defund MPD, reduced the number of officers, remove judges' discretion to protect community by detaining violent offenders pre-trial, opposes juvenile curfews, says laws don't protect people. These are some strong words being thrown at you, sir.
I mean, it's silly. I mean, we all know that incarceration doesn't lead to safer communities, right? We're the most over-policed district. However, we do need more officers. We paid hundreds of millions of dollars last year in police overtime, and they're being strained. But we also need mental health professionals in schools. We need to get people back to work. We need to make things in our community safer by investment, and right now we're not doing that. And rather than fighting for investment, they rather fight me.
Yeah. So, as they say, once it hits the gram, the young folks would argue, it becomes official. So, for so many, once they see this on social media, it's become somewhat official. What's your response? How do you fix that? How do you rectify all of that?
Well, we've been having thousands of conversations, not only in the last 8 months, but the last 6 years in office. And I believe D.C. residents are smarter than these Republican MAGA talking points. So I let my work do the speaking for me, whether it's doing expunge clinics, whether it's doing youth pipeline careers, whether it's even bringing business back to the district. People have seen us do the work, and I believe at the end of the day, no smear will work against us because we are so people-backed. We're not sponsored by the billionaire class. We're not pushed by Trump donors or even organizations that benefit with ICE. We want to drive ICE out. We want to drive National Guard out. We want to get D.C. back for D.C. residents.
I have about 2 minutes left, and I want to make sure we address this as well, and that is you are calling on D.C. voters to use every one of their ranked choice votes for candidates who represent D.C., not the billionaire class and elected officials from other cities. Do tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Since the beginning of our campaign, we want to really focus on bringing the district back to D.C. residents. We see what happens when our council is beholden to special interests, and I believe that this year is an inflection point against that. So I supported folks like Candace Tiana Nelson, Kevin Chavis, as well as Deanna Forster, and Dwight Davis, as well as Fred Hill, because they're not supported by the billionaire class. We are going to bring the community back to the people. We're going to bring our government back to the people, and this shows just that. This campaign has been endorsed by almost 30 organizations, community leaders, faith leaders, diaspora groups, even animal activists, because These are the folks that are going to empower the district to be the best self. Go back to the basics, bring jobs back to the district, bring affordable housing back to the district, bring good paying jobs to the middle class and the working class, and really bring a budget that belongs to the people and not to the special interests.
Yet again, Representative Oye Owolewa, and of course, candidate for D.C. Council at Large, joining us right here on the Live Zone. I truly appreciate your time, sir.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. All right, folks, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.